Welcome back to Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
As Nashun is above the stream, looking down, he briefly remembers the dream he had back on the mountain before arriving at the house. The place he arrives in his dream is this dark room with walls formed of this dark stone that are too smooth and too pristinely cut to be of human origin. Along the walls, all Nashun could see were people chained up, fully naked, their chests ripped open, exposing their hearts and writhing in pain. Up ahead, he could see guards in the form of black tentacles that didn't seem to have a start or end standing before a door. A third one then appears, however. This one had 3 white dots on the forehead that would insinuate that it had eyes, and it demands that the guards let him in. The guards agree to let him in, and that they walk down the gallery of humans until he stops in front of a blonde woman, and he grabs the heart. Once he leaves, the guards converse with each other, mentioning that a ceremony is coming up and that they question if Alistar would challenge Moriko. After recalling this dream, Nashun decides to keep it to himself for now, and he looks back to the pan. When he looks back, the pan is completely filled with gold. More gold than he's ever seen, and after a moment, he hears Deborah calling everyone for dinner. Ethaniel, Ohm, and Nashun sit with Jerry for a bit as he smokes, and then they sit down. Guitar Bard then arrives mildly late. As the party eats, Jerry and Deborah ask them questions like where they're from and what brought them together, to which a party respectfully answers. After dinner, the party takes a moment to relax in the night. In an effort to lighten the mood, Nashun challenges Limewell to a dance battle. As the battle goes on, the rest of the party joins in, and the battle ends in a draw. Nashun then shows the party all the gold in which he has found in the stream, to which the party looks at it in awe. The night progresses, and everyone starts heading to bed, except for Bard, who steps out to keep watch. When Ohm rests, he gets a nightmare about Moriko and him trying to get information from Ohm. As Bard is watching on the roof, he starts hearing the voice of Hamus talking to him and taunting him. Bard then casts a spell that allows him to see the magical aura around and notices there's a lot of magical aura down the path that Nashun had visited earlier. After investigating the room, he finds a book on the ground that specifically centers around Bard magic and blood rituals. Bard then tries to burn the book, but as soon as the fire hits the book, the words around it start moving, and once the fire goes away, the book begins to heal, and the words return to their original spot. With this spell and the magical auras, he then notices footsteps that lead to the manor and continue towards Nashun's room. When Bard enters Nashun's room, he begins to ask questions and tells Nashun about the book he found. He then asks about Alistar, and when Nashun confirms of this being, Bard threatens Alistar that if his intentions start going the wrong way, then he will have to act. At this, Bard leaves Nashun be, and Alistar then tells Nashun that tomorrow he should get his hands on the machine that Ethaniel had gotten from Philadelphia.